Hey, we are live, folks. Hey, you got Harvey Davy here. Um, some updates. Nothing major. Just keeping up with my health. Started off my morning checking my blood sugar. I was at 192. I was under 200. Hey, that's a positive note. But then again, I only ate 10 chicken nuggets and in a large diet root beer, and that's all I had the whole entire day. So. And I was actually pretty good with that. I mean, heck, 10 nuggets. That's all I needed. I didn't need no more than that. I don't need a big bunch of food, just a little chicken nuggets, and we're good. And what else did I have? I didn't even have coffee. But anyway, I got my insulin. Excuse me. Anyways, I did check when I checked sugar. I got my new insulin that I just received, and first thing I did when I picked it up, I put it in the refrigerator. So it's nice. It's nice and kept cold, kept cold, and gave myself 8 units. So that's gonna drop me down to even lower in the one something range. So that means I could probably, go get something to eat. What do I want to eat? Thinking going to Denny's. Haven't been to Denny's in a while. Denny's is right up the street. Might as well. Here in Flagstaff, let's go to Denny's. There's two Denny's in this town. There's one on the east end, one on the west end of town. There's one as you come in on Milton, as you come in, like I say, if you're coming in from Sedona or Phoenix, anywhere south, coming up, heading up north, it's the first Denny's you can see as you come in. But a lot of people don't know that there's a Denny's up here on Lucky Lane. So if you could eat on Lucky Lane, maybe you get maybe have some luck with your life, Let's see. Then I did checked up on some news. I see that they got America's Most Wanted. Actually, they have a warrant out for the arrest nationwide for Brian Laundrie for debit card fraud. That's funny because somebody used my card illegally, and and they got away with that. And I wonder why that is, because it wasn't a nationwide thing. It's a nationwide thing. They just need something to get him into custody so they can start talking to him. They can rattle him up, twist him. You know how good police officers are. They get you in that interview room, and they throw some questions at you. Believe me, I know. I've been interviewed with the best of them. So I've been down that road, especially with a fire. Especially when a fire occurred in my friend's apartment. Yeah, we both got interviewed pretty heavily. But I didn't worry about it because I was on camera the whole day. Couldn't have been a better deal for me. I mean, my vehicle was down. I needed more work done on it. So the only thing I could do is get the mechanic to take me to Circle K to go buy a bus pass. So I thought, well, I can't. I got to go somewhere where there's AC. It's 100-something degrees out. So what do? I go to the mall. I go to Arrowhead Mall in Phoenix. And what did I do? I sat there, got on the couch, and plugged my phone in and charged it up because it was dead the whole entire time. So, what's going on, man? It's early morning. I'm getting ready to roll out the door here. I'm about ready to go to Denny's, I guess. Let's see. So you look good in spirits. Yeah, I took my medications. I took my insulin. I woke up with a good blood sugar count, 192. Anything under 200 is going to be a plus. So. Oh, you're still. Oh, well, I thank you for not unsubscribing. But if you had people unsubscribe to me, I had a woman unsubscribe to me for the stupidest reason. She's just, I don't know what her problem was. She's psycho. That's why I don't get involved with women. Do not believe me. What will you have? I don't know. I haven't been to Denny's in a while, so I couldn't tell you. But until I get there and look at the menu, I don't know. It's usually something I usually know, but when you haven't been there in a while, it's I usually go to this place called The Place, but they had to threaten me, They had to threaten me. The waitress said, "Well, you're taking too much time at the table, You're just lounging here." And I said, "Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. When you live in an RV and you're in tight quarters, what do you think you want to do when you get out? You want to sit down and enjoy your time and enjoy what you're doing. And what better time? See, you work in a damn restaurant. You have to work for a living. See me? I'm done. I don't work no more. So that's your problem, girl. You're young. You got a long life ahead of you, man. You're gonna be waiting tables either for the rest of your life, or you go to school and get something better going, for your life. But anyway, I think people get mad when you talk in the phone and not pay attention to the crowd. Sometimes, I don't know. Maybe I'm not catching on to the looking into the crowd maybe as much, but I can look into the crowd and see what's going on in here. But excuse me. Oh man, I got this cough. I'm telling you. Let's see. That shouldn't matter how long you sit in the restaurant. No. I mean, no. I'm drinking coffee, and and I still could get dessert, but I'm usually a guy that'll get some dessert there sometimes because they have good pies there. But first thing in the morning, it was but the problem is that at that time it was 11 o'clock. Waitresses make their money off of table turnover. Yeah, well, I got an idea for that, But the thing is, the restaurant wasn't busy. The restaurant was 50% full, 50% empty. That's why I decided to hang out a little bit longer. I wanted to drink some more coffee. So I probably drank 6 cups of coffee. And I probably drank 2, and I wanted to drink more water too, because I need more water in my system. That's something else I need. And I realize I need more water. But I don't want to take in too many fluids because, when I was in the hospital, they put me in a fluid restriction. So, what a rude person she was. She was just running me out. I'm a senior citizen. I'm handicapped. I mean, come on. Come on, go eat. Man, I'm going to have to get something for this cough. Let's see, in 2 hours, she can make $20 to $50. Well, you know what? The thing is, she wasn't, because the restaurant was half empty, half full, whatever. So she wasn't going to make that because she wasn't carrying those. See, I got in there at 11 o'clock, and I usually don't get there that late. I usually get in there about, 9. So I got there about 2 hours, earlier than one time. But then the time I got there 2 hours earlier, I left early. I said, as soon as I finished my meal, I only had 1 cup of coffee, and I was out of there. I bailed out. So, but I worked in restaurants in my lifetime too, and I do know that I had people that lounged around and stayed and hung on at tables, and I kept filling their. I'll give you an example. Sammy Davis Jr. came to. I covered. I serviced Sammy Davis Jr. back in the day. The Rat Pack. I don't know if you guys probably too young to know about who the Rat Pack was. Dean Martin, Jack. What was his name? Anyway, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., a few others were there. Can't think of all the names off the top of my freaking head right now. But anyway, at the end of the table, I got these guys. They hung out and they had a good old time, and I kept getting them coffee. I got them a coffee, one of those Corral deals where I filled up their coffee for them, so they didn't have to keep asking me to come fill their cups up. So I got them extra water, and that's what they wanted. So I did it, and nobody cared. They lounged around there too, and that table was a big table inside the restaurant. And it was in Paradise Valley, Arizona. It was a wealthy freaking area, man. I grew up in a wealthy area. My family wasn't poor, okay? So, anyway, I was just a rich kid working at the restaurant, and all these waitresses thought that they could just take our tips too, that we didn't need money because we come from rich families, And I'd tell the waitress all the time. I go, my mom is. She knew who my mom was. She knew my mom was a broker, a house realtor broker. So she goes, "Oh, I know your mom makes really good money. Your mom really does well." So I said, "She probably gives you lots of money. You're probably well off. I know you live in a really nice neighborhood and all this crap." And I'm like, "Bull crap." I go, "Bull crap. She doesn't give me any money. She gives me enough money maybe to get something to drink and to eat, and that's it. She doesn't give me extra. You think I get all these extra things? I don't. You just think that. You just think no, I need my tip money. That's why I'm working. I'm working because my mom don't give me this kind of money, so this money goes in my pocket. I need it to live. Yeah, I'm gonna be on my own, man. You don't realize." I go, so she's probably, I'm sure she died a long time ago, but long story short, those are the days, those are the good old days, working at El Chorro Lodge, still there. You can look it up in Paradise Valley. Oh, it's on Lincoln Drive. It's right next to Camelback Inn. That's a really wealthy place. Then there was Mountain Shadows across the street, and Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke did actually eat in that restaurant, by the way. A lot of famous people did. Lucille Ball ate in that restaurant at the El Chorro Lodge, and I served her table too. Lucille Ball. I didn't get a big tip from her, but I did get a $200 tip from Sammy Davis Jr. though. $200 tip. So I think the whole table probably just chipped in and got me the two, but it was $200 bills because he gave me $200 because I had to give up $100 because the waitress saw me collect the money, and she made me turn it into the tip fund. So that was a big chunk of money into the tip fund. You know what I got for my tips that night? Like $15. I was pissed off when I saw a tip. I go, "You know what, lady?" I said, "There's an extra $100 tip in there." And you know where it came from? Because I worked that table. I was good with those guys. Those guys were really good with me, okay? I did the work. Okay, so you didn't earn that tip. I earned that tip. But you guys didn't pay us our right amount of money for the tips that we received. Sorry to say. Well, you're a rich kid. Who cares? I'm not a rich kid, okay? Just say, I'm going to tell you I'm a poor kid, okay? Because I don't get money from my freaking mom, okay? I do not. So shut up. Give me my tips. Because I live off of my freaking tips. I got to put gas into my freaking car, into my tank. You think that was cheap for a guy like me? Back when I'm going to high school and I got to drive to school. I got to stay up late, with the restaurant, and then I got to study, and then I got to keep up with my grades. No, I'm not rich. No, I'm poor. I'm in deep. I don't know. I'm about as poor as it gets. What are you talking about? My mom was rich, but I wasn't rich. It doesn't mean just because your parents. Because your mom has money. My dad died when I was younger. But my mom was left with a lot of money too. So, but my mom came from a lot of money. So that's why she was rich. She was rich in two different ways. She made her own money, plus she had her family's money. So her family, when her mom died, she left her a lot of money. She was well off. But when my mom died of cancer, my oldest brother got all the money. That's why I didn't fare so well. Then my aunt died. She left a lot of money. But my cousin on her side took all that money and left us with about $500,000. So between my brothers and sisters, we got $500,000. That's it. I thought we should have got at least $2 million, at least. But no, we didn't get no $2 million. She died with $6 million, and the lawyer took her 25%, Even after 25%, there was still $4 million sitting there. Where did that money go? It went to my cousin's pocket. It wasn't fair, but that's just the way it was. But she was just out of the greatness of her heart, she gave us $500,000. How nice of her, right? That's how I bought my property. And I got extra money, and, and plus I got my own income, too. I worked 33 years and made a living, and I didn't do bad for myself either, so I worked as a process engineer, so I did good. I'm not gonna... Man, I went to school, too, so I did a lot of things. So, anyway, I didn't go to no school to sell houses like my mom did or anything like that, but it didn't matter, I did my own thing. Did you used to have... Yeah, I had a house, yeah. Had a house in Phoenix for 26 years, actually. And, anyway, when I came... When my health went, really, I had to have a triple bypass heart surgery. And, I couldn't work no more. So, I was down to... I owed $800 in property taxes. My house was paid off. I needed $800, and I asked my friends, my personal friends, to borrow $800. Now, I had 15 grand coming in about probably the next month. Actually, it was 3 weeks later. I got 15 grand in my pocket for my disability, and so I asked them if I can borrow that, and I told them I'll give you $800. I'll give you at least $800 in collateral to hold it, so I still keep my house, but they wouldn't do it. I'll never forget that. I will never forget what my friends did to me. That's why I don't like I don't want those people coming to my property. I don't want them on my property because they didn't do anything for me. What did they do for me? Nothing. They didn't care about me. Matter of fact, when I had triple bypass, sitting in the on the operating table. The heart surgeon was shocked that nobody had called to check up on me. He goes, your friends didn't even call you. Nobody called. We got no calls on you. You could be dead. You could have died from complications from the surgery. But no, I was okay, though. I got through the surgery. No complications. 3.5 hour surgery by the surgeon. So, triple bypass. How about that, folks? They cut me from my neck down and chop my chest open. So, those, you know what? They're not. That's what I'm talking about. I want this to be a lesson on YouTube for other people to know that when you think you have some friends, think hard, because sometimes those friends aren't really your friends. So sometimes, the only friend you have is yourself and God. See, now I look at it this way. The Lord Jesus above me is my real true friend. Because that's the only one that matters in the end. Not the friends down here. Or the so-called, I'm going to call it the so-called acquaintances. Yeah. See, there's always a lesson to be learned in life, And since I'm older, I've been through the ringer, so I could just tell you I've been through everything almost. I've been through everything. I've been in the hospital so many times, and I fought tooth and nail to get my insulin yesterday. And I was getting really upset. Starting to get mad at the insurance. I was getting mad at everybody. You guys, hey, I'm sitting at 799 on the Richter scale with my blood sugar, man. If I go to sleep with that number, I can not wake up. I might not wake up alive. I might not. Good chance. If I go into a coma, guess what, folks? You die. That's it. It's over. I can die in this thing, and I'd probably be best off just blowing the thing up with me in it and just getting free cremation, and this being my casket and everything. That could be it. Be better to do it on my property, right? And let all my ashes just scatter on my property. And they don't like you to talk like that, They almost want to call the cops on you because it's against the law. They think you're suicidal or whatever. I said I could become suicidal. I can become that if you don't take care of me. If you don't give me my insulin, I'm going to get pretty freaking disgustingly mad. And you don't want to know what can happen. People do crazy things when their life is on the edge. And my life was on the edge there, when you need that insulin to get your blood sugar down. Because you don't feel right. I didn't feel good. I felt sick to my stomach the whole entire day. I had some chicken nuggets, and that's all I had. So I ate the chicken nuggets and had some diet root beer, and that was pretty much it. Let's see. You can't say those kind of things. People will call the cops on you. Well, I don't care if they call the cops on me. Let them call the cops on me. What are the cops going to do? They've called the cops on me a few times when I was in the place making those kind of threats. I was in Mesa, Arizona. They called the Mesa cops on me. The cops are sitting in the room. What are they going to do? I said, hey, man, officer, I'm fine. I'm good now. I'm fine. You can leave now. You can leave. And they look at me. Yeah, you can leave. You got nothing on me, so you can just hightail it out the door here. You got any arrest warrants? You got anything on me? Then what are you here for? Oh, we're here because of your well-being. I go, well, my well-being's fine now, okay? So, see, I got it together. So I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to get it together. Just don't bother me. These people don't care about anything but their wallets, okay? That's all they care about. That's a big deal about some of these people in the medical field, Like the skilled nursing, like the management. Oh, they were supposed to give me a ride to the Greyhound station, but they didn't do that. Of course they didn't do that. Oh, we're going to pay your ticket to get to Flagstaff. Yeah, right. That didn't happen either. Instead, I had to have my friend pay for a lift, and the lift had to get me over to the Buckeye station on 24th Street and in Buckeye Road in downtown Phoenix to hop on a Greyhound, but that was for the next day. I got there, it was 100-something degrees, and they made everybody at 5 o'clock go out the door. And so what did I have to do? Sleep on a bus bench. By the way, it was hot too, and I had all my stuff too with me. And another guy was sitting next to me and watching my stuff, making sure it doesn't get ripped off by homeless people, What was I? I was a homeless person too. Same as anybody else out there. Was I any better than anybody or any less than anybody? No. I'm still there. But I wish I could have stayed in the bus station and slept in there. It would have been a lot safer. I wouldn't have to worry about my baggages and stuff like that. All my stuff. That I had to take on the Greyhound bus. But yeah, finally the next day at 11 o'clock, I finally hopped on a Greyhound bus and headed up the Flag. And it didn't get better there because once I got to Flagstaff, then I couldn't get a lift. I couldn't find a ride from the bus stop back to my RV. I got lucky and found two guys came running up to me. Hey, you need help? You need help? I said, yeah. We'll give you a ride to your RV. And then I got the RV, and that was all good. Fine, Danny. I start the RV up, and it's leaking water all over the place. I'm like, what the heck? Six String Steve, here's some sound advice. Remember, back in the old days when people didn't have to be on all kinds of medications, they took herbs and vitamins to cure disease. That proved that medicine system is a racket. Sometimes, but when you take these medications, your body gets used to it. Laughing on the line. Let's see. You can't say those kind of. Well, okay. I think I read that back to you. But your body gets used to these medications. I got to take blood pressure pills because I have high blood pressure. So, I tried to take the herbs. I did try some of those to see if they would work with my blood pressure. It didn't do a good enough job. My blood pressure is still out of control. So, and I can't afford that with the heart. Since I had the heart surgery and everything, I gotta make sure I keep my heart beating. I'd taken what's it called? Oh, got a really important medication I'm taking for the heart. Yeah, I'm really taking care of my heart. That's for sure. Let's see. Let's see. You need medical marijuana, man. I don't smoke. I don't smoke, and I don't want to smoke. So smoking is a bad option for me. I don't like cigarettes. I don't like any of that stuff. It stinks. And I think marijuana doesn't smell so great, and I don't like the taste of marijuana. So that's a big no for me. I voted for it to pass. I did do that because a lot of people, need medications for that. So, oh, you need the gummies. Yeah, I called a place up here. Tanal is blocked. See, I'm not sure if I'll support this channel anymore or not. Well, then don't do it. I didn't tell you. You don't have to come in here. You know that. Misdemeanor Manny. You don't have to come in here. I told you I would unblock you as soon as I get a device and I can run my laptop. Then when I can get into my laptop, I won't block you, okay? Well, but it's not going to happen within, I don't know, it might take a couple weeks. Maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. But, it's so you have to be patient with me, okay? And if you can't be patient, then I guess you're going to have to just leave, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. That's why you eat the weed. You eat the weed. Oh, so you take the bud and you make it into oregano. I see. And you put it in your spaghetti. I guess you could do that. I guess they do it. When you cook. Brownies, cookies. I've had marijuana cookies before. I've had that. I ate 2 or 3 marijuana brownies before, and it got me super, super, super duper high. So I was spinning worse than I could ever spin drinking a bunch of alcohol. I can't remember the last time when I drank alcohol and I spun. But man, I can tell you, marijuana would make you spin. But yeah, 10 of those gummies cost about $12 at the facility up here. There's quite a few dispensaries up here in Flagstaff. It would make sense that there'd be a bunch of dispensaries. I did see Jamie Dimon yesterday. Jamie Dimon, you know who that is? You guys know who Jamie is? By chance? He's the van build guy. He's the guy that does all the big stuff for the van build. I don't care for the guy personally, I'll tell you that much. I seen him. He walked right by me. I mean, right next to me, and I didn't even say hi to him. And he probably could have helped me with some stuff. He's another nomad. He's a rich nomad. He's a millionaire and lives out of his schoolie bus. Yeah. Jamie Dimon, like D-I. You're making him like he's a demon. Man, I guess you could call him a demon. You could call him a demon, but because he's ripped off some people. He ripped off an old lady, I know that. She got a van, she wanted it built out, and he didn't want to build it out. He said, okay, you can get the van, that's it. So anyway, she had to go all the way to Georgia to get that van. And they were going to do a van build in Georgia, and he chopped all this guy's trees down, just about. And that was just a waste of trees, man. And then they did nothing after that. After that, they just freaking bailed on the project, and that was it. It sucks. They cut all those trees down, all those healthy trees that they ruined and destroyed. I mean, if you're what's the word for it? I know the word, I just can't spit it out. But anyway, can't spit it out again. But anyway, if you're one of those guys that likes to conserve, if you're conservative, that's one of those things. You know, you don't want to destroy trees, because the more trees you destroy, see. Here's the thing: trees are oxygen for your, so it helps you breathe when you have all these trees around. It produces oxygen for the planet, so it's very, very vital to have all this stuff. Tree hugger, ponderosa pine. There's all kinds of what do you call these trees? Christmas trees. There's blue spruce. Flagstaff has blue spruce. They're beautiful Christmas trees. I mean, if you put I mean, this place would really be great at Christmas time. You know, it'd feel like Christmas up here. You go down in the freaking desert and in the sandstorm, you know, whatever, and live amongst the sandstorms. Yeah, it's never feel like Christmas. I'm allergic to cedar wood. I have cedar trees on my property. A lot of them. I probably got at least 50, 60 trees of cedar on my property. That's the biggest thing on my property. Then I got pine trees. I got pinyon pine. I've got that too. I got 3 or 4 different type of trees on my property. But yeah, I'm gonna make that property something. You know, I just talked to the other guy that's gonna come on the property. We got a fifth wheel out there, and we're gonna make things work out there. I got security cameras out there too, so that's good. ADT, it goes to the police too, so the police monitor my place as well, so that's a good deal there. So if anything happens, they'll call me. You know, I could watch from my phone, see what's going on too. So, you know, because I got a device, you know, that's you got to keep a hotspot device inside the unit so that the cameras can pick it up. You know, you can't take your unit with you like 40 miles away. You're not going to be able to pick up the signal now. But you got to keep it on the property somewhere, you know, and make it waterproof, you know, hotspot device. And problem is with a hotspot device, you have to have a charging device on it too. So you need a solar panel, which I put a solar panel on it. So a little small one, but just enough to keep it charged up and keep it running. So did that troll ever show up? No, of course not. No, they never did. And if he had, the cops would have notified me. That never happened. So no. That's why I like having camera systems with the ADT, with going to the cops. They monitor the whole system, you know. And it's just a better way to do it, man. It's not much money. It's not a big headache and hiccup or anything like that. You just spend the money, man. It's well worth the money. It gives you a sigh of relief, you know, when you know, it keeps people off if somebody wants to go on your property, you'll know. You'll see it. I got a camera at the very beginning and a camera at the other side of the road. You know, it comes all the way in. I can see everything that happens. You know, if I'm watching it, you know, I gotta do is turn on the app and I can pull up the sit there and watch it, and I have, and I haven't seen nothing happening. So nothing going on. You know, I think I see my one neighbor, you know, driving, checking out things too. He drives through. You know, he told me he checks out my property. The neighbor that lives to the north of me, he makes sure everything is good. Things are good. So he's a cowboy dude. He's a rich man. He works for Barrett Jackson Cars, and he has classic cars stored at his property. So yeah, he's got cameras all over the place too. Yeah, he's got cameras all over that road. He says, "Yeah, I got cameras all over." Just gonna tell you, there's cameras all over the place. They're in the trees, you know. He goes, "Good luck finding them." I said, "I ain't gonna go look for cameras. You kidding me?" I'm just glad you have them. That's all. I'm glad that you're patrolling the grounds here. Thank you. Appreciate it. I do the same thing for you too when I'm here. I'm looking out. I'm looking out for things. Let's see. So yeah, I don't worry about what the trolls do or say. It's just whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna get off of here because I need to go. I want to go get something to eat. I'm gonna go over to Denny's and go eat over at Denny's and hang out, make a day of it. Sit at the table all day long. Enjoy my meal. This parking lot's pretty freaking empty now. I will have the reason why I want to eat something to eat now is because that'll be the meal for the whole day. Because I got a guy coming out about 2 to 3 o'clock. A guy's coming out. He's gonna fix the propane leak, and he's gonna look into the 30 amp breaker to figure out why. If the generator runs, it keeps blowing the breaker. So, and figure out that. And I told him, well, if it's blowing the breaker, then the best thing to do instead of finding a short, just run a new 30 amp wire and make a whole new connection for it. Bypass it and do that, and then that's just better that way. Then I know it's not gonna. And then fuse it, put a fuse in between the wire to the generator, and it won't blow the breaker no more. That'll take care of that problem. And then as for the propane leak, I think there's generally a hose that's underneath, and I think I did have a fridge fire, and I think the fire probably melted that hose, and that's probably where the leak comes from. But it leaks pretty good. It's a pretty good leak. So, anyway, that's about that. But it was cold last night. I slept with my sleeping blanket right over the top of my head last night. So I didn't really realize it was cold so much until I woke up this morning. And I took the blankets off, and it's like, whoa, man, that's cold. Woo, wee. Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, the guy goes, well, what kind of heater you got? I said, I got 2 heaters in here. I got the heater that came with the unit, and I want to get that checked out, too. Make sure if I could get that working, he goes, well, it's going to eat up your battery. He says, no. I said, no, it won't. I got solar on it. Don't worry about that. Solar will take care of it. I mean, I ran it before. It didn't have any effect on the... It just depends. Like I'm not going to run it if it's cloudy out because then I don't have enough charge. But if there's sunlight, yeah, I'll run it. Heck, I want to stay warm, man. I'll set the thermostat on 68, and I won't freeze, And I go down in the desert, it'd be the same thing. I'll set that thing or whatever, 68, and then I'll have electric bill, running. Some power, and I won't have much of an electric bill unless I run a heater that plugs in, or the TV set runs off of the solar. So TV set's not eating up any electric, so I just run that off of solar, and that takes care of that. So that's all fine and dandy, right? Yeah, I would have liked to go back to the place. Their food is okay. I mean, Denny's food I think tastes better, but you don't get as much. You don't get the quality. You get the quantity, you just don't get the quality. Denny's you get quality, with their food versus the other places' food. The place is okay. There's a lot of places to eat in Flagstaff. You can go to the Galaxy, Route 66. You could go to the Grand Canyon Railway Station. It's another good place to eat. Looks like an old, trying to think of. It's just I'm going to take a picture of this building because it's really old. It's a relic. It's an old place. It's been around long. I'd say it must have been the original places in Flagstaff. And right now they're ripping out a hotel called the Travel Lodge, and they're converting every unit into a studio. Well, actually, yeah, they're making it a studio apartment. Yeah, studio apartment. So it's gonna be they'll all have, you know. I think they're gonna try to make it a 1 room apartment. I think is what they're gonna try to do. So they're kind of like, you know, they're ripping out walls and then making things work a certain way. But yeah. So yeah, that Travel Lodge. As a matter of fact, there was an article on I read up on YouTube, not YouTube, just on regular news, around Flagstaff news. I think I even read it in a paper, some kind of Flagstaff paper too. So, anyways, guys, let me get out of here. Let me go get some food. You know, I did take my medication, and I need some food in my stomach because I put that medication in me, and I got the insulin in me, so just so I don't mess up my mess myself up, you know. Yeah, I can get sick, you know. It's been known to do that too, so. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who came in here. I guess I had Nanios come in here. Thanos. Let's see, I had Mandy come in here. I had Phil Mickelson come in, 10 nuggets and a diet soda. So, what else did they say? Let me read for equals for candy. Let's see, you need medical. You know, I'll check into that. I'll check into that. You know, I'll get. Whoops, hold on. Let me almost closed it out. So, but anyway, let me close it out. Yeah, I'll be on later. You know, you never know when I'm coming on. I can come on anytime. It doesn't matter. You know, I can drive to where I got, you know, to the Denny's. You know, I could just drive there and. But yeah, but I can't keep it on when I go into the restaurant because I can't walk with the walker and hold the cell phone. So just to let you know that. But I could turn off the. What is it? What's my solar at? 13.4. I'm gonna have to charge up the TV set so I could maybe run some TV. I don't know. What is today? Today's Wednesday. The only time I really need to use the TV is probably Thursday and Sunday for football. You know, Cardinals, I like to watch the Cardinal game. And then Cracker Barrel syrup. Oh, you're at Cracker Barrel, okay. Well, I'm at Cracker Barrel parking lot. Camping here. But that's okay, you know. There's not a lot of people here. The parking lot's pretty empty. It empties out about 8 o'clock, man. So I'd say 7 o'clock. This place is freaking. I think the first thing happens is people wake up at 5. They drink a cup of coffee and they freaking hightail it out of here. So that's what happens. So yeah, that's RV living life for you. Yeah. Let's see. That's General Milley threw Joe Biden. What did he say? How did he throw him under the bus? What did he do? General Milley, what did he say? Kind of curious. What's going on there? They're trying to get General Milley for treason. Really? They're trying to get him for treason? Wow. That's a big deal, man. Are they going to get Biden for treason too? Because you can get Biden for treason. Look what he did. The way they handled that whole thing. He said he told Joe Biden to keep troops in Afghanistan. You know, but you know what? There's just no point. There's no point. I understand we had equipment. They left nice equipment behind. You know, I could have used one of those big 4x4 trucks they had. I could have used one of those things. Yeah. Hey, give me one. They gave those guys freaking weapons. Here, they're charging people with weapons charges when they're letting these criminals have weapons over there, for free. M16 rifles. I mean, come on. I mean, it goes on and on and on, You see, treason because he was talking to the Chinese general, giving information to them. It's so you are pro war. I'm not. I'm against war. I don't want any war. I don't like to see people die. I don't like to see old young guys, lose their life for nothing. Because that's not our country. We had no business being in there in the first place. Let's put it this way: we had no business being in Afghanistan in the first place. Yeah, maybe they knocked their building down, New York City, 2 buildings. Yeah, but you fight it. You fight a war a different way. You strategically go in and you kill these individuals that are causing all the disruption. Like certain terrorist groups. You find out who they are. You go undercover. You go in there and you kill them. That's what you do. Don't go kill a bunch of innocent people, kids, families, whatever. You don't do it that way. Just go in there and be like a spy, and you find out who's doing what, and you take them out. That's how you do things. But I don't know. It's not my decision. I'm not the head of the government. So, broke internet marketer Millie should be in the brig. Let's see. I don't watch TV, so I do have a TV in here. I just don't watch it. I don't have enough solar power to keep this thing running. It's been cloudy for all these days, so I think I got a sunny day right now. Got some dude parked next to me. What is it? Hold on a second. Let me see who's parked next to me. Some dude parked next to me. Some cars parked next to me. I had to see who it was. Not that I know who it is. I don't know anybody in here. Let's see. Millie should be charged with treason, huh? Maybe, what? If they're actually guilty of whatever, then so be it, No, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican either. I'm a independent. I've always been independent. I've been an independent since I was like 18 years old. Ever since I was old enough to vote, I was an independent. Matter of fact, I voted for Ross Perot. That tells you something right there. He was an independent candidate, so I usually vote for an independent candidate. It doesn't matter either way, either or. Unless I feel that somebody in the Republican Party or the Democratic Party is of good reason to vote for, then it changes things. See, why did you support Joe Biden? Do you feel you contributed to his clown show? No. I think... Who's calling me now? Hold on, let me decline this. I'm going to decline that. It's 602. It's a Phoenix number. I'm not going to answer it because it'll wipe out this broadcast. So, let's see. No, I think... I don't like... I'll tell you what. I did not like Donald Trump. And I still don't. I never will. I would never vote for Donald Trump. And I won't if he might win this next time. Who knows? He might. But if he does, then so be it. Then so we live with it, right? We all live with it. If everybody wants him back, but he can only be back for 4 more years. People keep saying he can stay there forever. It's bullshit. He cannot. If Trump wins, he can only stay in office for 4 more years. That's it. He's done 4 years. That's been calculated. He would get another 4 years, and that's it. People think, he could stay in there forever. He could be there forever. We could have him for life. I go, you'll have him till what? He might die in the next 4 years. The guy lives off of Kentucky Fried Chicken. For God's sake, all that grease, he'd kill his heart. He's killing himself with all that fast food, Mr. Donald Trump. And he partied his ass off in the 80s. He was snorting coke up his, there was cocaine going up his nose. You know it was. I mean, everybody was snorting coke back in the 80s. I mean, everybody. Even my friends were snorting coke back in those days. My so-called friends, I should say. McDonald's burgers, Trump eats everything fast food. Everything. Everything that will ruin your heart and flood your veins with trash, Donald Trump eats. Now, what is going on here, man? All this spam crap. I thought my phone was supposed to get rid of that stuff. Trump don't do drugs or alcohol. He just likes hot chicks. I think he did. I think if you look at his past history, he was a party animal. He was hitting the New York club life and the circuit strip and all kinds of stuff. When you got that kind of money, man, you're gonna do drugs. Come on, you get a nice line of coke in front of you, real cocaine, pure. You snort that stuff right up your. Oh man, doesn't get any better than that. I snorted cocaine myself when I was younger. A lot of it, too. Tons of it. Heck, I lived with a cocaine dealer he was my roommate for, 4 years or whatever. So, yeah, there was always cocaine in the house, Trump said he never did drugs in his life. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I still would never believe it. Not true. His brother died from alcohol. He didn't do it. Trump said so much. I just don't like Trump. I'm sorry. A lot of people can like him, and it's okay. They can like him. I don't care. It don't matter to me. It's just me. I have my right to not like him. That's all. It's my personal right to not have to like the dude. That's all. That's all. But I don't care if you or anybody else or the rest of the world wants to support Trump. Go ahead and do it. Do it. But I don't have to do it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying. Do what you guys feel. Do what you feel that you have to do. And if you want to vote, vote him back in. And there's other people could have run against him. I'm just going to let you know that. I know Mike Pence already said he's running. And I like Mike Pence. I would easily vote for Mike Pence because he's a Christian guy. I would vote for Mike Pence for sure. No doubt about it. He'd be my man. Like I said, if I feel there's a worthy guy out there that I really like, and I like Mike Pence. Hell, he's a military guy. He's strong. He talks professional. Man, he'd be a great president. I'm just telling you. Let's see, Donald Trump, sin, gonna run against his daddy. Can Biden last? I don't know. If he don't, then he dies, and then then you get the next person up, which is the vice president. Vice president then becomes president. So that I really believe that whoever is going to be running against Harris. That's what I think is going to happen. Why should I check my IQ? I'm mechanically smart because I worked in engineering for 30-something years. I had to pass an engineering aptitude test before I could even do what I did. So that's enough that tells me I'm smart enough. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't. This guy, like I said, you're telling me I have to love Trump? Why do I have to suck Trump's dick? Why is that? You tell me. Tell me why I have to suck his dick. That's all I want to know. Mechanically smart doesn't always mean I'm common sense smart too. I'm very common sense. I'm super smart that way. I'm smart a couple different ways. Intellectually, no. That's not me. But who cares? Somebody else, there's a lot of intellects out there. Let them read all their books they want. I don't care. They're well read. That's all I could say. Who cares? I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever prerogative a person wants in their life, then they do it, you know. Trump will win, I think, next time. Well, then he's going to be running against some big people. I could tell you Ted Cruz is running. Let's see, who else is running? Your vote contributes. No, my vote did not. How do you know how I voted? You don't know how I voted. I don't say how I voted. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't say. You guys are telling me I need to suck Donald Trump's dick. I'm not going to do it. Not going to suck his dick. No. So if you guys want to suck his dick, go ahead. Suck his dick. Whatever. That's the way I'm going to put it. This morning. And I'm cold this morning. It's freaking freezing cold here. It's in the 30s this morning. Man, it was cold. Man, it's cold out there. All the clouds went away. Now I got really cold. Tasha Teeling's in here. I just woke up. That sounds great. What sounds great? What sounds great, Tasha? People sucking Donald Trump's dick? That sounds great, doesn't it? People want me to suck his dick. I'm not. I just don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to suck his... I refuse to rub matchsticks with Donald Trump. There we go. I'm not going to rub matchsticks. There we go. That's the best way to put it. You just contradicted yourself. You submitted. You voted for him. I didn't not say anything. I just said the dude's good. You said the dude's got what, 3.5 more years, which he does. And if he doesn't make it, then Harris is going to take over. That's all. What else did I say? I don't punish me for something that I should get punished for. If anybody votes for any reason for somebody, their vote is good, okay? And you should respect the person's individual right for their vote, the way they voted, because that's America. What do you try? If we'd be communist or socialist, you know, to tell somebody that if you're telling somebody how to vote, or you know, then you're being communist, okay? Then you're being socialist. You're socialist then. You're communist. Telling somebody how to vote, telling somebody how they're supposed to live. That's communism. Now, who the heck is this covering? Nah, I ain't going to answer these calls, no. I got a broadcast going here. I'm not going to piss people off today. I'm already pissing them off anyway. I'm trying to get my breakfast this morning. I haven't even got to the Denny's yet. I'm trying to make a Denny's. It's right up the road here. We need Bernie. I would have loved to see Bernie Sanders. I would have loved to see him in. Bernie Sanders is a great guy. Smart guy, too. He went to Harvard University. Heck yeah, man. Why not? Bernie all day. Heck yeah. I'd go for him. Like I said, I'll vote for whoever is good. Whoever is good. But when I don't like a candidate such as Trump, I don't want him to stay in office, you know. I'll vote a way to get him out, is what I'll do. Arizona, all that crap, they spent months and months. Matter of fact, they spent how many months? I think almost a year with the voting process, trying to figure out what happened here. Well, they found out. They counted all the votes and everything was calculated and tabulated, and you know what it came out? You know what it said? You know, actually Biden won by more votes than anticipated, than originally thought. They went after all those counts. Biden beat Trump by even more. That's funny. Trump got his ass kicked in Arizona. You know, in Arizona, what's funny about Arizona is I grew up in Arizona. Arizona's always been a Republican state. Always. Everybody in the state's Republican. But a lot of Californians moved in here. A lot of California. came over here. And guess what they do? They vote their way. They don't carry, they don't go and, okay, I'm going to be a Republican now since I moved here from California. No, they just become, they stay themselves and they vote the way that they feel, or whatever. It's their right. It's their individual right to vote however they want to. And I don't care. I don't care who they vote for. They can vote for the trash can, and I don't care. If they think the trash can should win, then the trash can wins, whatever. There we go, Tasha Teeling. Call me Daddy. There we go. Daddy Davy. That's it. Let's see. That tells a lot about Trump. Yeah, Mike Pence is running. Ted Cruz is running. The DeSantis is running from Florida. And then we got Tasha Teeling in here. What's she think about DeSantis? Tasha, what do you think about DeSantis? You think he's a worthy candidate to run for president? Because he is running. He's going to run against Donald Trump. Are they just going to sit there and let him roll? Are they going to roll over and let Trump win? I doubt that. No way. I like Mike Pence. I'm just going to tell you straight up. Mike Pence is a good guy, and I'd vote for Mike Pence. If I put it this way, if Mike Pence runs, I will vote for him. He's got my vote. I'll tell you straight up right now. He's got my vote. Because they were going to hang him. They were going to kill him. Kill him! Remember that song, Killing Me Softly? Well, that's what would have, wouldn't have been softly, but they would have killed him. They would have hung him. They were going to hang him. They already had the freaking noose out there, ready to just put him down. Kill the guy. They were going to kill him. I mean, what kind of crap is that? Daddy Davy. What the heck kind of weird word? Biden has blood in his hands. A huge war criminal. No, it goes back. It goes back to George Bush. George Bush started put the troops in Afghanistan. It was, you know what? I remember from the very beginning. I knew it was a mistake. I said, "Why are we doing this? Why are we starting another Vietnam? Why are we doing that? We don't. Why are we fighting for a country that has nothing but rocks in it? We're fighting for rocks is what we're doing. We're fighting for like mountain ranges and rocks and whatever. But we're not, there's nothing there to fight for. You know what I'm saying? We need more Jews. So who do you think, Tasha? Who is your favorite candidate? Do you like DeSantis? You live in Florida. What do you think about the guy? I don't live in Florida, so I live in Arizona, so we got Mark Kelly, the astronaut in there. Who else do we got? Trying to think what we got. Oh yeah, we got our good Governor Ducey here too, so none, huh? Zero. There's your answer. Bush Cheney. Yeah, Bush and Cheney started all that crap. I'm just gonna tell you. They're responsible for it all. But that's just the way it is. We live and die with those decisions. See, Davey, would you ever run for? No, of course not. Never. Even if I could, I wouldn't. Even, I'm not, no way. It's just not for me to do. I'm not a politician, for one. Let's see. David would be a great president. I don't know about that, but I could tell you one thing, though. When somebody is going to push to come out, let's say if I'm running this country, I'm not afraid to push the buttons for a nuclear war. If I'm pissed off at China or Russia, hey, I'm setting a nuclear bomb over. I'm sorry to say. It's going. It's on. If Russia and China start some shit up, I'm going to fucking blow them off the fucking map. That's the way it is. That's how I feel, and that's the way it would be with me, okay? If I got controls of the nuclear weapons, I'm shooting the fuck out of China. I'm blowing the crap out of Russia. They're off the map. Don't ever have to worry about them again. And you'll never have to worry about any of the resources because it'll be a bunch of radiation, all over the crap, all over their land. Same with Russia. So those are countries we don't need to worry about anyway, right? So blow them up. Yeah, well, so here's another country we need to blow off the map. Whoever's got some nuclear weapons, let's see, Pakistan. Take them, get rid of them too. Blow them up. Get rid of them. Gone. Boom, bang, gone. That's how I feel about it. Let's see, where do I buy all my stuff then? Where do you buy all your stuff? You buy it right here in America, man. We're going back to made in America. If we blow up China, guess what? There won't be made in China no more. Where's it going to be made? Where? Who's the next country? Made in what? Where? How? United States of America, right. We're the next. That's why you take China out. That's why you take Russia out. We're not going to have made in Russia, toys made in Russia. Bullshit. None of that crap. No, we're going to go with American made only. There you go. Blow all these countries off the map. That's what you do. So, what do you think about that? Don't you think that's a strong decision on my part? Yeah. Just like my Dodge, American junk, made in Canada. That's Tasha being positive there on the positive note. Let's see here. Richard LaFleur. Hecto, Mexico. Then I'm hearing about that girl that got killed by that guy. Or supposedly. Who knows what happened there. And then Camo Dave's covering. You know what, Tosh? I seen Jamie Dimon. He walked right past me yesterday. Jamie Dimon, yeah. Walked right by my door, actually. Just walked. As I'm parked in the parking lot at Walmart yesterday on the west end of Flagstaff. As I'm waiting to go to get to my doctor's appointment, yeah. Which I wasn't happy about going to because the lady that was, in charge of wrapping my foot was being a bitch. Being a big bitch, just freaking throwing comments at me, and I didn't like it. I wasn't real happy about her comments. I freaking just bit my tongue. I would have liked to say something, but I didn't. She goes, well, you're going to have to do more for your, you're going to have to do more. I go, more for what, man? I got insurance. My insurance pays for this. So you do it. I can't do it. If I could do it, if I could wrap my own foot, if I had the flexibility, I'd do it. I'd gladly. I tried. I failed doing it, but that's why I go to them. I let them take care of my freaking matter. That's anyway, but yeah, I checked my blood sugar. I took all my pills. I got new insulin yesterday, brand new insulin. I put it in the refrigerator. I opened up one. There's like 6 units in there. And I took 8 units of insulin. So I should be down. It's some other brand. They went with a different off-brand insulin. But, it's always the insurance. Always finds a way to get cheap and use the cheapest method that they can get away with, So that's how life runs for me. I said, well, I fought hard to get that insulin yesterday. God, man. All day long. I was on the phone for like 2-3 freaking hours. And then there's agents in between trying to sell me a better insurance policy for Medicare. And, oh my God, man. Jeez, I just can't take it all, I get tired. I just I could probably get a better one, but I really don't want to switch now. Why switch now? Biden's instant karma coming. So what? What's they gonna do? Are they gonna put Biden in prison? I really don't care what they do. It's whatever they do, they do. That's all there is to it. Open enrollment again. Yeah, October is open enrollment for insurance companies, especially Medicare. They go with your Vantage plans. They check to see what gives you more. I got $3,000 of dental, and I need dental work bad. But hell, I don't want to be stuck with doctors up in this area. I want to get out of Flagstaff. I want to get down to Quartzsite, and I'm going to find a way to get down there too. Yeah, I want to be able to travel down there, and it'd be an easy, because I don't like the bitch at the wound care up here. I'd like to get away from the bitch there. You know, I don't like the bitch at the restaurant up here too. The one that told me I stayed at the table too long. You know, so whatever. If I want to stay at a table longer, then I stay at a table longer. If I'm living out of an RV, it's tight quarters. Guess what, Tasha? If you go to a restaurant, you live in tight quarters. You live in more tight quarters than I do. You want to enjoy yourself when you go to a restaurant. You want to sit in there and stay there longer than, you know, whatever. It's not, you know, it's not like you're making your whole life there. You're just staying there maybe an hour, Yeah, I'm just gonna say an hour. It takes me about probably 15 minutes to eat my meal, if I scarf it down real quick, and then drink a few cups of coffee, knock down two cups of water, and I'm out of there. That's how I gauge it. I gauge it that way. Okay, I'll drink 2 cups of water. I'll drink 3 cups of coffee. I'll eat my meal in 15 minutes. After that, I'm gone. Let's see. I don't leave my van. You don't leave your van? Well, what do you eat? What do you eat? Miss Tasha? Yo, Davey, they fired a lot of medical workers in New York for not getting the job. Not getting the jab. Jab? Broke internet marketer. That waitress was way out of... Yo, yeah, of course she was. And she's gonna be in some trouble, because I already called the owners, Mike and Rhonda, that own the place. Yeah. But the problem is, I can't remember. I didn't get the girl's name, so, but I know what she looks like exactly. I know who was guilty. I mean, she was. Oh, come on, man. Besides, the restaurant was 50% empty anyway, so she wasn't gonna make any money off my table, because there were still like 6-7 other tables left in there that they could have seated. Still can seat, and so. Yeah, so if the restaurant was compact and just overfilled and people waiting, you know, outside, I'm getting out. I'll leave the table real quick, you know, but it wasn't that way. I looked around and I was not in the wrong for what I was doing. No. You eat in your van. What do you live off of chocolate bars? What do you eat? Chocolate candy, Tasha? What do you live off of? I don't like to eat in the RV. I'd rather go to a place and go eat. I'd rather go to a restaurant. That's what I'd like to do. I enjoy. See, I'm a senior citizen, and I'm an old guy, and I was disrespected. That's the way I feel about it. These young kids today don't have any respect for the elders. They don't. When I grew up, my mom taught me to respect my elders, and if I didn't, then I get my ass kicked. My mom was not excuse my language. My mom was not very nice. Okay, she was not. You know, if I needed something to eat, she found out what it was. Okay, what are you eating? I'm calling. I'll call the school. I'm gonna find out what you're eating. I'll find out what the price is. She gave me exact to the penny. And if I lost the 1 penny from that amount, guess what? I wasn't going to get that meal. So I made sure I didn't lose that penny to get that meal in at the cafeteria at the high school or whatever, when I was in high school. So that's how it worked when I was in high school. That's how my mother worked. But she goes, if you want more, then go get a job. You know, go get a job. That's what my mom would say. You know what I did? I did go get a job. I went to El Chorro Lodge. I worked a restaurant job. I worked many restaurant jobs, believe me. My feet hurt for, I couldn't tell you. My feet, I mean, I come home, my feet hurt so bad from walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like, yeah, get a job. My mom was a freaking bitch. She told me to get a job. She was right, though. She was right. I'm not going to say she was wrong. No, I learned the value of a dollar. Yeah. Even though I grew up in a richy family, I learned the value of a dollar. I bought my own car. Bought everything myself. I bought my own house. Paid for my own house. And I paid it off cash, my own money, hard-earned money. I paid everything off. Yeah. So I got to have respect for myself, I have a lot of respect for me because I did the right thing, Mine still says to she needs to get. You're you're funny, Tasha. You are funny. You crack me up. What is that noise? Yeah, I don't know. Tree brands rubbing against the RV. That's what it was. Did you live cheap when you had your house? Did I live cheap when I had my house? I did. I had to be. Hey, I had a tight budget, man. Had to make the mortgage payment. Yeah, it was tough. I really had to budget my money more so than anything, Experimental gene therapy, yeah. Yeah, you had to really, really dig deep and you had to really stay tight. But then I got a better, I landed a better job. I got a job doing, when I was, like I said, when I was in high school, I got a chance to, work in a garage. My friend, one of my high school buddies, had a dad that had a couple Van Dorn machines in their garage, and we were doing process engineering in there. And I was bagging up parts and running parts and stuff like that. I was first of all, I was a guy that cleaned the machines and mixed material for the process engineer, and so I learned how to maintain that machine and keep the plastic parts running by keeping the hopper full, mixing the proper amount of whatever nylon to ABS or whatever it was I had to mix, certain, like 4%. I had a mixing barrel, like what you use for for like doing your concrete, except we were just putting the material in there. We'd mix it in there real good, the two types of material, and then we put it in the 55-gallon barrel. And then you stick the wand that sucks the material and feeds the hopper. So I do that. So I did all that. Kept it going. Always look at the barrel, man. If it's half full, it's time to mix some more, man. Get more mix. I'd mix all my material up usually for the amount I needed to run in an 8-hour shift. I made sure I mixed enough. So I was on my own material handler guy. Plus I ran the parts. Plus I was the operator. I cleaned the machine. Took the trash out. I mopped around the floor. I kept the area clean. Cleaned it up. Yeah, and I learned how to. I learned the knobs too, and a little bit. The process engineer showed me what he was doing, and then this is how you do this. This is how you do this, and it was easy. I caught on to it, and I said, "Oh, okay." And then he taught me how to do that. And I was like, here, this is how you become a process engineer. Here's the process sheet. Here, you mix this, and you try that, and you set the tonnage on the Van Dorn machine in a certain way, and then when you set the tonnage, sometimes you need to set it really tight because otherwise you have flash on the parts, And And if you set the tonnage a little tighter, you won't get that flash. Usually you don't. But guess what? We did. Got flash on the parts. That sucked. It always sucks when you get flash on the parts. Because then you got to measure the flash. How many thousandths? I got 3.5, 4 thousandths flash on the parts. We need to get rid of that flash. You can't leave flash on the parts. No. So you make the adjustment to the press machine, to the tonnage, to tinkering around with it until you hopefully get rid of that, or you get that flash down within a reasonable amount, maybe down to like a 1 thou flash or something. But you can rub that flash off. A lot of times I just take my finger and just rub it off as I'm bagging the parts. As the parts come out, the shot comes out, I was just I rubbed all the flash off each part. That's what I would do. But on the same token, we still try to get rid of that flash. We figure it out. Yeah, it's a matter of science. It's a lot of guessing. Yeah, you're right, Tasha. We had to guess. Here's how I would do it. Here's how I did it. Okay, I figure, I start off with 100%. And I try a quarter. I try 25% and try that and see how much flash. And then I see how much flash comes down. I'd go up to like 50% from a quarter. And then see where it's at. And a lot of times it just worked right there. 50%. But if it didn't work at 50%, I go even bigger than that. I'll go to 75%. Or whatever. So maybe 78%. Whatever. I did whatever. But I learned how to do it. I figured it out. The main guy I went to school with taught me how to do it. He showed me everything. Showed me all the ropes. He goes, man, this will make you some big. This is where you make the big bucks. And I'm like, oh shit, really? This is where you make the big bucks, man. We're talking like 100K a year. I said, okay, I'm in on this. You got me sold, man. Okay, I'm ready to start learning. So yeah, he taught me everything. Taught me all the ropes. Told me everything about that machine, the Van Doren machine. They had some pretty good machines. We had 2 machines, and then we ended up. Then his dad hadn't landed in the Scottsdale Air Park. If you know where Scottsdale is. Scottsdale Air Park's like highfalutin, man. Big dollar bills. Got the airport right there, all Lear jets and shit there. Anyway, his name was Dave Polson. So Dave Polson bought the land. He owned the land, so he built the little